The Sephora sale is in full swing. Rare Beauty sent me all of their blushes, and the Bella Beauté Bar Green Goddess palette is finally available. It's time for episode number 13 of new makeup releases, so if you guys love to gab about new releases, then just keep watching. If this is your first time on my channel, welcome. My name is Karen Harris. I like to film tan girl friendly makeup videos here on YouTube. Every Tuesday, I sit down and we chat about all of the new makeup releases, so if you like indie makeup, if you like to hear about mainstream makeup, then this is the place for you. Please go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you don't lose my channel on this big old YouTube machine. Give this video a thumbs up. It's a free way to support. And without further blabbering, let's talk about new releases. So if you're nosy like me and you're wondering about this makeup look, I did use the Green Goddess collection from Bella Beauté Bar one more time. This launched yesterday, so if you haven't picked it up already, you can. And you can use my discount code KHMakeup to do so if you are feeling so inclined. I do make a small commission every time you use my Bella Beauté barcode, and I super duper appreciate it. So this is the palette, and I have it on my eyes today as well. This is my third look with it, and I decided to go ahead and combine the neutrals with some of the shimmery greens. So I did film a little reel, and I will hopefully have that up soon for you guys. Please make sure you're following me on Instagram if you want to see a little bit of what goes on behind the scenes in my life. I also post a lot of makeup looks on there, swatches, any new releases that get sent to me. I do try and keep you guys up to date there. And then they also launched this beautiful highlighter. So this is very green, and I have it on my inner corners today. So that is the Green Goddess collection from Bella Beauté Bar. There are also a few items that I didn't get sent to me. So the Green Goddess Lip Dewy Gloss infused with jojoba oil and peppermint oil looks like this. It's a really beautiful like duochrome shimmer shade. So check that out. And there's also a liquid eyeshadow as well as a pigment. So Green Wizard Loose Pigment, and then the Venus Euphoric Holo Liquid Eyeshadow. So more parts to the collection. I got the palette and the highlighter sent, so that's all I have to show you guys, but it looks like a really fun collection for a green lover, which I am, of course. Not to brag or anything, but I did get all of the Rare Beauty blushes sent to me, and I'm so grateful. I was totally gonna buy these if they weren't sent to me, but I did want to wait and see just in case because I didn't want to double up on anything. So I have the new Rare Beauty blushes. I did film cheek swatches of every single shade if you want to see it on my skin tone. I will definitely have that reel up as soon as I can. I just need to edit it, but I will say after having used every single one of these shades, they're so beautiful. I love the texture of them. They're a little bit of like a, you can like feel like the plushiness of the formula. So pigmented, a little bit goes a long way. Look at how pigmented that little swatch is. And it has the most beautiful blurring effect to it. Definitely reminds me of a K-Beauty blush product. And they always send like so much information on the products. So these retail for $27. Of course, you can pick them up during the Sephora sale. I don't know if they're all available, but as always, I will link everything in the description box for you guys. So it says this is a pillowy blush, gives a natural matte color that wears like a dream. Matte, soft focus, easy to use, putty with a pillowy texture. Blends like a cream, blurs like a powder. I think you're totally going to see this in my swatches. I also really like this card because it says which shades are kind of designed for different skin tones. So for light skin tones, I recommend Happy, Hope, and Worth. Medium skin tones, Happy, Hope, Worth, and Grateful. And then for deep skin tones, Grateful, Alive, Thriving, and Truth. I did swatch all of them, and I felt like they all look very flattering on my skin tone. So obviously you don't have to confine yourself to what they say, but I had a feeling I was going to really like these blushes, and I do. They really blew me away, so I'm super, super happy about that. And since the Sephora sale is in full swing, and now everybody can shop the sale, and it ends next Monday, I want to show you guys a few things that I picked up in store so that we can kind of just gossip a little bit about the things I picked up. There are a few things that I don't have with me because they're already upstairs and I started using them. But one thing that I wanted to ask you guys, because I'm not really like a big luxury makeup gal, but I feel like I was misinformed. So when these bronzers launched on Dior, I looked on the Sephora website and I couldn't tell like what shade would work for me. And then I went on the Dior website and I found this one, which is the shade Intense. And they had like a shimmer formula and a matte formula. And so I just assumed that the shimmer formula was just extra, like more shades that they had on the Dior website. So I bought this one and I kept telling you guys, oh, I got the new Dior bronzer. But then I was watching Morgan Turner's haul video and she showed these ones and I'm like, wait a second, that bronzer is like way bigger than the one I got. So I'm really confused. I don't know if this is an old shade. I will say this is like barely visible on my skin tone. And then I was able to go in store and see these in store. So I got the darkest shade. And at first I was like really worried, like, is this too dark? But honestly, it blends so beautifully on my skin tone. So when you like buff it, like it gives the most beautiful like suntan blurred look to it. So I do have a little bit of this bronzer on my face today. It might have rubbed off though because I was like cleaning off my face every time I was doing my Rare Beauty blush swatches, but I was so confused. So they do have these in 4 shades. This is the darkest shade, so I feel like you could probably wear this if you are just a little bit darker than me, but I don't know how much darker because it does blend out really nicely and it shears out a little bit because I was definitely worried this was too dark for me. The shade 3 looked a little too cool tone, so I was a little nervous. And then the shade 2 was more warm tone, but when I swatched it, it kind of disappeared into my skin. And of course, I wasn't even going to look at one, so a little bit tricky on the shade match. I'm so glad that my store had the bronzers because I wanted to see them, and so that was super helpful to me. So definitely go in store, but if you guys are more luxury aficionados than I am, please let me know what the heck did I do. I feel like such a dum-dum, but anyway, I just wanted to clarify because I feel like I was not properly informed and I would hate for anybody to be as confused as I was. Okay, so let me show you what else is in here. I did pick up the Hot Cheeks from Fenty. This is the Velour Blush Lighter in the shade Cherry Pied. And there's a deeper shade that looked a little bit more plummy. And again, my store did have both of these, but I decided to go with this one. I did swatch this in store. I haven't, oh, look at this packaging. That is so cute. I haven't swatched mine. It definitely looks like a hot corally shade, so very excited to dig into that, but I'll probably do that some other time because I really wanted to try out the Rare Beauty blushes, of course. And then my Sephora did have all of the Sol de Janeiro summer fragrances. I actually really like the green one. It smells a lot earthier than I thought, so I'm using it upstairs. I got Flora Mystica and Agua Mystica, and the other one is upstairs, so I thought I would bring these down because I don't want to crack into them right away, or maybe I do, I don't know, we'll see. I just wanted to show you guys my little haul. And I will say, somebody I was watching said that now every time they smell these Sol de Janeiro body sprays, they kind of remind them of younger people. I guess they were saying like these fragrances feel less sophisticated, and now that I heard that, I can't unhear it, so I'm kind of like kicking myself in the head like, okay, did you really need to buy all 3 of these? So feeling a little bit regretful about that, but I usually just like to throw these on like at nighttime before I go to bed, or if I'm just like running out the door, I just want to smell a little better, I'll spray these on. So I do pan these because like I said, I wear them usually to bed, and so I'm trying to work on not feeling as guilty about it. But yeah, it's kind of funny. I was like, why did I buy them? Now that I've heard that, I'm like, I can't unhear it. Sounds so silly, but it's true. So I bought the Dior bronzer, like I told you guys. And I bought this Milk Makeup brow gel because my friends are raving about this. This is the Kush High Roll Brow Tint Gel. And from what I heard, basically this is like life proof. And I'm about to go on like a beachy vacation. So I thought I would just use this to kind of like brush it through my brow hairs. in case I'm like out and about. And then two things that I have in my purse and I've been using a ton already this weekend. The first thing is this 24/7 Glaze On Shadow from Urban Decay. I got it in the shade Sunshine Tax, and it's such a pretty like duochrome shade, so it shifts from like a yellow to like a almost like rosy red kind of tones. I'll put a picture of it if I can, but I was showing it to you guys on Instagram. I think these are so fun, especially for my Shop My Stash. I kept reaching for it because it's so convenient, and it has a beautiful like brush tip applicator, so you can just like swipe it on. I'm so tempted to buy more shades, but I'm like, okay, you don't need to go overboard. You have one, because most likely what'll happen is I'll get bored and then I'll want to use something else. So I probably don't need every shade, but they're kind of fun. So if you're kind of like a low maintenance girl when it comes to eyeshadow, I can totally see that being somebody's like go-to eyeshadow product. And then I wasn't planning to buy these, but I thought they were so beautiful. The Fenty Beauty, these are the new lip oils, and I bought mine in the shade Fenty Glow. So pretty. It's in my purse. I was wearing it all weekend. It's actually so comfortable. I even wore it at night. Like I wore one to bed just to see, and the Fenty Glow one has the most beautiful green like sparkles in it, and I wish I could buy every single one, but I'm not going to. One is enough, and I think it's a great formula. So those are just a few of the things that I picked up during the Sephora sale. I have placed one online order, and I don't feel like I'm gonna shop anymore. Honestly, I just can't afford to spend any extra money right now. I definitely did my best not to go overboard with the Sephora sale, because it does get so easy to get sucked into the new releases, and especially when I watch people's recommendation videos, I get like very influenced. So been trying very hard not to go overboard, but I'm also very curious to know what you guys picked up during the sale if you're shopping. If you're not shopping, that's okay. Honestly, there will be other chances, and makeup is definitely not worth going into debt over. You know, you need to eat and stuff, so always keep that in mind. But of course, if you're shopping, you should use a link. It's a free way to support any of your favorite creators, and if you want to use mine, I'm super appreciative. I do have a Sephora wishlist and recommendations little storefront that I created on my Shop My page, so I can link you guys to that, and I can throw some links in the description box as well. And now I'm going to slide on over so we can chat about all the new releases that have been announced. Okay, so I can practically hear Angie screaming from Texas, but I just saw this, and it's a new flavor of the Laneige line. So they're launching a matcha bubble tea for lips, and it says lip sleeping mask in matcha bubble tea for $24. We've got a lip glowy balm in matcha bubble tea for $19. It also looks like there's like a little hairbrush and stuff. I don't know, that might be just like a free gift with purchase type product. But this is really cute, and I kind of want it because it's green, because you guys know how much I love green. I will say that the few times I've tried matcha, I didn't really get the hype, but I honestly haven't tried any like well-made matcha, so what do I know? I'll have to maybe go get a matcha with Angie sometime soon so that she can convert me to the matcha cult. A round 2 of Hard Candy and Girl Scouts. So I did actually see this collection at Walmart, and I didn't really know the difference from the first round, but it looks like they have a Cookie Crush eyeshadow palette. So they've got Thin Mints and Coconut Caramel, 2 plushie headbands, Milk and Cookies primer, Sweet Sugar lip scrub, 3 Sweet Treat lip oils, Sweet Treat mini lip oil set, makeup bag, and a bake and brush set. I feel like I've definitely had a decent experience with Hard Candy, and they're a decent drugstore brand, and if you love the Girl Scouts, hey, maybe you want to check that out. We also have a new fragrance from I'm gonna butcher this, Maison Francis Quirky Eau de Parfum, a fruity floral fragrance inspired by the affectionate nickname of Francis Quirkia in his youth. Quirky is a gourmand fragrance for grown-ups who dare to dream like kids. $2.45, tangy fruity accord, tutti frutti notes, and musk vanilla. I feel like this is the brand that makes that other fragrance, right? That everybody loves. I'm not as well versed in all types of fragrances as someone who might be like a fragrance influencer. So I'm not really sure. Sometimes the bottles look the same and they're completely different brands. So I don't even know. It sounds lovely, but I'm not buying a $245 fragrance anytime soon. I feel like there's a cherry trend happening with apparel, and it looks like it's also happening with makeup, because you guys saw my Fenty Beauty blush highlighter, and now we have a More Cherries collection from Essence. It's called So Cherry Happy Collection, and we've got a face primer, a lip balm, liquid lipstick, blush lighter, lip gloss, and a nail sticker set that's cherry scented. That sounds interesting. So anyway, this collection looks really cute. I just don't really buy every like drugstore release that's cute because I would be broke. I'm gonna be skipping that. Okay, wait, do I need this? Available now. The Luminous Silk Cheek Tint Shine and Liquid Blush from Armani. A lightweight, long-wear liquid blush that instantly melts into skin and delivers a flush of pigmented color. So we've got Magnetic Mauve, Cosmic Crush, Stellar Pink, and Blurring Sun. Ooh, these look pretty. We also have a new Butter Drop Whipped Oil Body Cream from Fenty Skin, and it's called Vanilla Dream. A thick, rich body moisturizer that delivers deep hydration in a nourishing whipped oil cream loaded with rich butters and tropical oils. Oh my gosh, the big size is $79. That's so expensive. It's vanilla, pink sugar, and coconut. It sounds and looks delicious, but I'm going to be passing on that. We have a new brush collection from Victoria Beckham. It's a meticulously crafted luxury brush collection engineered for Victoria's personal techniques for complete control and natural flawless application, inspired by treasured calligraphy tools. Each brush features a unique walnut handle with distinctive grain. Honestly, these kind of look like Sonia G brushes. I feel like, or maybe it's a Van Goghs. One of them has done this like walnut handle thing. I can't imagine how much this set costs, but it looks like the brush prices are above like $30 each brush. The most expensive one is a Sculpt and Blend brush for $62, from what I can tell. These honestly look lovely, very well made. Do you guys follow Victoria Beckham on Instagram? Because her and her husband were like icons when I was growing up, and so they still like are definitely like in the media. And I think just the other day one of them had posted a picture of them and their kids, and like the kids have girlfriends and then their daughter and stuff like that, and she looks just as good as her kids' significant others. Like she fits right in. They're probably a little bit older than I am, and they look great. So kudos to the Beckhams for staying young forever. We've got from R.E.M. Beauty. I saw these. I thought they were liquid highlighters, and then I realized they're liquid eyeshadows. So they're launching a liquid eyeshadow called Starlit. Features a new clean formula with added vitamin E for antioxidant care and weightless crease-resistant finish in a stunning new range of multi-dimensional shimmers and velvety matte shades, 8 lustrous shades. So these look very cute. They're on the Ulta website now. And you guys know I have a new kick for single shadows, but I'm going to be passing on those ones. Trying really hard not to spend any money right now. And if I am spending money, it's probably just going to be to pick up a few things at the Sephora sale. I also just want to say, I don't know why I'm feeling so low energy. I'm like PMSing. And so like I just feel so much pressure on my head. I feel like I could just close my eyes and fall asleep right now. But I really want to power through. I really want to power through with my new makeup releases because this is a tradition. So I want to honor that. And then we have the new launch from Dior, which I think we talked about last week. Or maybe we didn't. I don't know. But this collection is so beautiful. And I saw it on the Dior site, or I think it launched already. These 5-pan eyeshadow palettes are so beautiful, and then the blushes are beautiful, and even the lip oils are so stunning. I don't know if they came to Sephora, but if they do during the sale, I feel like people are going to lose their mind. But also, even like the yellow lip oil, like I know it's not going to look yellow on the lips, but I don't know, something about it just looks so fun and spring. So I think they did a really good job with that. And then we have this new Ice Out Moon Dust palette from Urban Decay. I genuinely was like, wait, is this their April Fool's joke? But then I'm like, okay, maybe it's not. But it says includes 4 sparkly shades of iridescent toppers, Ice Silk, Chilled Out, Bling Bling, and Moon Spoon. And I'm not really into this because they're so icy. And sure, I mean, I think they'd be pretty on the eyelids, but I don't really need it, so it's going to be an easy pass for me. Okay, I also saw this little announcement from Adet. So it says, there have been so many questions about our Seahorse palette, which has been out of stock for about a year now. Thank you so much for your interest and your patience as we work on this restock. And it says, Seahorse returns this summer, one last time, with updated packaging, and updated color story, and updated formula. Most of the shades remain, but we have replaced the one that many of you found repetitive and updated the formula so that it's similar to Minka, Emo, Flying Fiddles, etc. We'll have more information as we get closer to launch. So Seahorse palette was the all shimmer palette. It wasn't really my favorite, and for me it was probably because it was an all shimmer palette. I prefer like a mix of shimmers and matte. It looks like it's going to have that plastic packaging they do, so I'm definitely curious to see the inside. I don't know if I'll pick it up because it's probably going to be pricey, but we'll see. I will decide once I see it. Okay, it looks like we have a sneak peek from DD Signature. So it says, drops of fantasy coming soon. Stay tuned, May 22nd, 2025. Intense, colorful, magical, detailed. So we'll have to wait and see what it is, but I just wanted to share that. And then I saw this announcement, and I did get an email as well. It looks like Shroud Cosmetics has finally decided to shut down. I feel like I missed the memo where they were back up because they were having some issues, but they've officially announced that they are closing down, and you guys can check out the full message from the owner on their Instagram account. And then we have from Electrum, I think I'm going to try and snag this palette, even though I just said I'm trying not to shop. They are one of the brands I really, really wanted to try this year, and they have this beautiful palette called Dark Winter. It says 10 mattes, 4 multi-chromes, and 1 holochrome. It's going to retail for $50. And it's launching on the 11th at 1 p.m. EST. And it says there is a select number of palettes available on launch day. If they sell out, a pre-order will go up. So, little bit curious. The color story looks beautiful. I know a few of my friends got this palette in PR, and I've been really enjoying seeing their swatches and stuff like that. We also have a little sneak peek from Divine Beauty. I'm so excited for this. It says, in a flock of pigeons, be a flamingo. And it says Mingo coming soon. So it maybe looks like a flamingo inspired palette, which honestly, I love wearing pink eyeshadow, so I'm got my eyes peeled. And last week we talked about this sneak peek from Ofra Cosmetics, and it turned out that my guess in my head was right. It is another collab with Samantha March, so it's a lip set called For the Plot. And I'm really excited. I believe I'm getting this in PR, so I will keep you guys posted. But we've got 3 beautiful shades, Fam, Chapter, and Next. And it looks like it's going to retail for $29. And I'm guessing you can use Samantha's code to save money, or a code. So yeah, that is so cool. I'm so excited that they're working together again. And I get to see her at the end of the month because I'm going to Creators and Friends. So I'm so excited to see her because I haven't seen her since last April, but we do talk. So I'm excited for her. Okay, we do have a new product alert from e.l.f. This is the Glow Reviver Melting Lip Balms. And it says these rich and buttery scented lip balms deliver buildable color, high gloss shine, and a boost of hydration. Available in a few different shades. Looks like 6 shades, and they're $9 each, so I'll link them down below. I think these are kind of like a dupe for Summer Fridays. Oh my gosh, there's a coffee one? I was just about to say I don't need these, but there's a coffee one. Oh, and a strawberry shortcake. I might need to go find these. I don't really want to get them on like the e.l.f. website, but it looks like they might be on Ulta and Target. So I'll find them. I'll link them down below if you guys are as curious about it as I am. Okay, you guys, a bit of a shorter episode this week because, like I said, I'm not feeling the greatest. So I am going to cut it off here, but I will definitely be back next week to chat about more releases. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. I hope you had a good weekend as well. And like I said in the intro, if there's anything you would like to share that you picked up during the Sephora sale or you picked up in the last week, please let me know down in the comments because I love to know what you guys are interested in. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, and I will see you in another video very, very soon. If you have a little bit more time, YouTube should be suggesting some of my other videos for you guys to check out as well. Bye!